Ever feel like the loudest people always get ahead, but you're stuck watching from the sidelines? Now imagine this: you walk into a room, and people go quiet, not because you're loud, but because you're grounded. You don't chase attention. It just follows you. This isn't charisma. It's not a hack. It's ancient. 9 Stoic strategies practiced by emperors, warriors, and philosophers that can make you the calmest, most focused person in the room. And in a world full of noise, that gives you an edge most people don't even know exists. Stick around. The people who know these rules move differently, and they tend to win. Stoicism is often misunderstood as cold or emotionless, but it's really about clarity, control, and intentional living. At its core, Stoicism teaches you to focus on what you can control and to let go of what you can't. When practiced consistently, Stoic principles can quietly but powerfully give you an edge in life. Not by making you louder or pushier, but by making you more reliable, composed, and effective. That's what gives you priority. You become the person people trust, respect, and turn to when things need to get done. Here are 9 Stoic strategies that can help you rise without forcing your way to the front. 1. Control what you can, dismiss what you can't. Epictetus put it plainly: some things are up to us and some are not. We waste so much energy worrying about what others think, what might happen, or what already has. Stoicism teaches you to draw a hard line between what's within your power and what isn't. You can't control someone's opinion, but you can control how you show up. You can't control the outcome of a job interview, but you can control your preparation and attitude. When you stop wasting energy on things outside your influence, you start focusing more on what moves the needle. People notice that. You're the one who isn't rattled when plans change. You're calm when others panic. That gets remembered. Priority comes to those who aren't pulled in 100 directions. 2. Practice voluntary discomfort. Seneca recommended practicing poverty and hardship in controlled doses. Set aside a certain number of days, during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, and say to yourself the while, is this the condition that I feared? This isn't about becoming a minimalist for Instagram. It's about building resilience. Try going without hot water for a few days. Eat simply. Sleep on the floor for a night. Skip small luxuries. It sounds extreme, but the point is this: once you've faced discomfort on your own terms, you're less afraid of losing comfort. That makes you more courageous, more decisive. In tough situations, you won't flinch. You'll act. That ability gives you authority. People sense it. You aren't driven by fear of loss, you've already trained for it. 3. Use negative visualization. The Stoics had a practice called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. They would imagine everything going wrong: losing a job, a loved one, their health. Not to be gloomy, but to prepare their minds. It's a way to build emotional shock absorbers. Try it. Picture a goal you care about, then imagine what could go wrong. What if you don't get that promotion? What if your business idea fails? What if someone close to you gets sick? Now ask yourself, if this happened, how would I respond? This doesn't make you pessimistic, it makes you anti-fragile. You're not frozen when bad things happen. You've already walked through the fire in your mind. That mental readiness gives you a level head when others are scrambling. That's when leadership naturally follows. 4. Make a daily reflection a habit. Marcus Aurelius kept a personal journal, now known as Meditations. It wasn't for public view, it was a tool to keep himself grounded. You don't need to write essays, but taking 5 minutes at the end of the day to reflect can have a real impact. Ask, what did I do well today? Where did I let my emotions take over? What could I have handled better? This simple habit builds self-awareness, which most people lack. Over time, it helps you react less and choose your actions more deliberately. When you're the person who owns your mistakes and learns from them, others see you as someone who grows, someone worth following. 5. Detach from outcomes. Focus on the work, not the reward. Stoicism teaches that your duty is to act well, not to guarantee results. This runs counter to the modern obsession with metrics, likes, and accolades. But ironically, detaching from outcomes often leads to better ones. You're not paralyzed by perfectionism. You don't take rejection personally. You keep showing up. If you're pitching a client, give it your best effort, then let it go. If you're working toward a promotion, focus on being excellent every day, not on trying to manipulate the outcome. This mindset builds consistency and integrity. And those are the people who eventually get picked, not because they begged, but because they earned it. 6. Silence is strength. Seneca advised, "It is a great thing to know the season for speech and the season for silence." We live in a noisy world. Everyone's sharing opinions, arguing, trying to be heard. But silence has power. In meetings, don't be the first to speak. Listen. Take notes. Then speak when you have something worth saying. This creates presence. When someone insults you, resist the urge to clap back. Stay calm. Let them reveal their character. Silence is not weakness. It's restraint. It's control. And in many cases, it commands more respect than bluster. People trust those who speak when it matters, not just when they want to be seen. 7. Treat every day as a life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now." Let that determine what you do and say and think. It's not morbid, it's clarifying. When you remember that each day could be your last, you cut through nonsense fast. Petty arguments, pointless meetings, and scrolling through your phone feel hollow. What would you do today if you treated it like a whole life? You'd be more present. You'd call someone you care about. You'd put more thought into your work. You'd stop waiting to start. People with this mindset tend to act with urgency and purpose. That kind of energy naturally attracts priority. You don't have to beg for chances, they come to you because you show up like time matters. 8. Keep ego in check. Ego whispers that you're special, deserving, owed something. Stoicism keeps that in check. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful men in the world at the time, reminded himself daily that he was just a man. He faced criticism, sickness, and death like anyone else. When you strip away ego, you become easier to work with. You take feedback better. You're open to change. You don't need constant validation. This makes you rare. We all know people who are technically competent but unbearable to deal with. Stoicism helps you avoid becoming that person. And when you're both skilled and grounded, you don't have to chase opportunities. They find you. 9. Live by principles, not moods. Stoicism teaches that you should act according to your values, not your feelings. That doesn't mean ignoring emotions, but not letting them dictate your behavior. Maybe you don't feel like doing the hard thing today. But you do it anyway, because that's who you are. Maybe you're angry at someone, but you respond with patience, because you've decided that's the better way to live. This kind of consistency is rare. Most people let emotions steer the ship. When you don't, you become dependable. You're the person who still shows up on a bad day, still tells the truth when it's hard, still acts with integrity even when no one's watching. That's what gives you priority, not politics, not flattery, not noise. In conclusion, Stoicism isn't about suppressing who you are, it's about choosing who you want to be and living accordingly. These strategies aren't flashy. They won't make you an overnight success. But over time, they build a reputation. In every room, every team, every crisis, there are always a few people others look to first. Not because they talk the most, but because they've earned trust through clarity, composure, and character. That's what Stoicism offers. That's what gives you priority. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.